Window City. Wind City. Windy City.
Windy City.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go. You are listening to WZRD Chicago 88.3 FM, The Wizard, and I have on the line Damo Suzuki, the instant composer, improvisational wizard from Cologne. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm so fine. So actually, so just a normal day, and I'm at the moment middle of winter sleep. So I actually going to move in the next 10 days. Then I have a UK tour, and so
Nice. When does your
yeah.
tour start? You're doing a tour pretty soon, right?
Yes, 17th of March in England, in the UK, and also in USA is I think 14th or 13th of April from Seattle. But before all that, I should get visa, working visa. So,
Still got to get the visa?
no. It's quite so confusing. So but
Yeah, it's
I hope that
confusing.
I can get it. So yeah.
Of course. Well, tell me about Damo Suzuki's network. That is your current band and what you've been working with for a while. How long has it been going on?
I think actually it's going from form of now is from 2003, but network is project is since 1997. But since 2003, so I perform together with random musicians everywhere.
Mhm.
So before I was touring together with my friends, so who I know. But now I'm just playing with many different people from many different music fields as well. And every concert, different people, different sound carriers. So I say sound carriers because musician is not so good words, not up to the date. So because sound is quite important. Before people was composing and making only melodies, and you can say them some musician, So, but now since there's noise, ambient, and any kind of experimental music, so is using so much more universal meaning of sound. So that's why I say sound carriers.
Okay, so sound carriers are the people that are playing as your band, and that's different everywhere you go.
Yes, every night different. So we don't have any pieces. Nobody knows what's going to happen.
And you
Audience
like it
also.
that way. You prefer the spontaneity of that.
Yes, because I don't think this is music. Because I think much more this is kind of a sport. Because you don't know the result. So it's good because it's almost like same like a human's life because every day is not the same. So just we are creating time and space of the moment, and so yeah, we can see what's going to happen. So we don't have any speak as well before the concert.
Yes,
Maybe so little,
there's no
maybe little
rehearsal
bit
or
of
anything.
sound checks. So
Hmm.
no only sound checks. Mainly, I don't know. I didn't see him before, and this is the first connections, and we make music.
And who picks the bands?
This is the task of mainly local promoters because he know local music scene.
Hmm.
So he's the right person. Also, he likes to make successful concert. So I think it's not so bad idea because I cannot do everything. I
No.
don't know not so much music scene in Chicago, but Chicago is quite a big city. But maybe I know some, but it's just good. So many people is involved in this, and if I chose musicians and sound carriers, then it's quite. I'm kind of dictator, So you can play,
Right.
you can play. No, it's not really good. But somebody else is doing, and somebody local people is doing, makes much more sense.
Totally. I like that. I like that it's completely random. You just show up. So when you travel, then it's just you that's traveling. You don't have to worry about a whole band or a bunch of equipment.
No, actually, I don't have to take care about anything because my whole music instrument is only microphone. so it's
Yeah,
easy to carry. Yeah, yeah.
that's perfect.
Yeah, and that is so I just go everywhere with my microphone.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah.
And again, you call it sound carriers are your band, and you prefer the term instant composer to improvising. Why do you prefer that term?
This is a term because actually all composers piece is beginning is everything is improvised. So and they worked on it and so. But I like to make it not on a note. So I just like to make music on the stage, but together with audience. So audience is one of the big factor in this kind of the music. So we make music together and everybody in the same space. We going to carry ourselves to some space. So different spaces every time. It's a depend on your feel. So
Totally. And that's what you're looking for is kind of that power that you create between the audience and the band.
yes, yes, we like to create kind of energy, positive energy within the music. So this is a real communication because communication is important and music is communication actually should be. So and I use this one because there is many violence in the world since 2003, and that's why I made this kind of project to connect people, not only sound carriers on the stage, also with audience. So that's why if you go to every concert, you can see merchandising table. You can buy LPs and CDs and something like this. I'm always in a merchandising table. And I like to talk to the people before the concert. Then I have a much better feeling, comfortable, and I know the people already. So I like to make a kind of space already when people is entering to the place and watching at my LPs or CDs. So they don't have to buy anything. But if they like to talk with me, I just like to talk. So. And after the concert, I thought because music is communication, and I like to use this one. So possible as possible as possible. So I like to use it.
Nice. That's wonderful. So you use music as communication to kind of combat violence and combat the bad in the world.
Yes, yes, because this is a weapon against violence. So if you have a much more communication with the people, actually there is no violence because there is violence because they don't communicate or they ignore. So if you are not ignoring, you cannot go further. But if two persons speaking, there is always three ideas. So you can get much more spiritual, you get much more rich and communicating, and you understand another people and so things like this. So that's why I don't have any texture on the songs.
Hmm.
Actually, we don't have any songs, but we don't because I like audience is a part of this event, and they are interactive and involved in this one, and they make their own stories from my texture, which is not understandable. So everybody can make own stories at
Hmm.
the concert.
That's wonderful. I'm a huge proprietor of having the audience involved or feeling like they're involved in a performance. I think that's a great show. And so that you embrace that, that's really, really something. And I'm glad that you're still doing that and touring.
Yeah, so what else I can do?
Yeah, right. Well, that brings up a good point about your never-ending tour. You say that, you'll be doing this until you don't exist anymore because it's what you do, traveling and making music. Is that correct?
Yes, two things which I really like,
Hmm.
So that's I think I must be very thankful that I have this opportunity to do this, and that means I have also my freedom as well, so I can control my time, and also, if you don't have notes, then you are totally free. You can go every direction.
Hmm.
So nobody nobody's forced me to do anything, or I don't force to anybody to do anything. Just make it. We make it together.
Right.
So nobody knows what's going to happen. So but mainly, but I say so. 99% is always good.
Yeah.
But you must be happy. Less 1% if you have experienced to hear this kind of the music, really bad concert. That is also opportunity too.
It is. It's something to
Yeah.
work from, or there's still merit in the bad performance, and you get to learn from that, I'm sure.
Yeah, because this is a one and only, so only one time happens, so
Mm,
never repetition. So it's a special moment for
right.
everybody in the same space.
Totally.
Because because we don't play any kind of music which already somebody composed, or maybe if I compose or things like this, we don't play. So
Mm.
just
So what happened in 2003 that made you want to change the direction of the network?
it's communicating with so since 19th of March. So USA bombed Iraq. And that time I was in John F. Kennedy Airport, and
Hmm.
early in the morning. So I had this news, and so I was quite upset and angry and disappointed because 2-3 days before, all over the world, everybody was demonstrating so against bombs. But it's not so. I'm telling to the American people it's all bad people. So
No,
I'm
no.
no, because I think so. Everywhere you cannot really good. So because everywhere politics is anyway, so it's not my taste. But I think better don't talk about the politics because it's not a political program.
True, true. Well, it's okay. We're free form, so we can talk about pretty much anything until they tell us we can't. So we might as well use our freedom of speech. But I do
Yeah.
believe that there's a lot of fear in this country that's stemmed from then, and I think it's really cool that musicians and artists and different people are trying to combat that violence and that fear with music and art. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Music has such a power to make this kind of stuff because if you use music as a moment, then it's something. Because
Very
this
true.
moment, this moment is just you can explain, experience, and also you can talk to the people afterwards. But it's your words and your opinion about this. So it's real things. It's not forced by broadcasting or any kind of newspapers or something like
Hmm.
media things. So it's
Right.
not. It's your own experience. So I like to have people so on talk everything from their own opinion and from their experience. So they are talking about because this is the truth. But another things you can get everywhere from media things probably not truth because it's always owned by private company or owned by a nation. So they like to push their opinions much more
Hmm.
than truth. So everywhere, not only in the States, here too, in Germany too, everywhere. So
Oh, yeah.
that's why I don't go to any kind of news or info such a kind of information sources. I don't go.
Hmm.
Instead, I make this kind of a tour and I will give to the people's own news. So I'm kind of a news agent as well.
That's pretty cool. I like what you're saying there. So having an
But
experience like that is your own, and it can't be dictated by someone else's agenda.
yes, because everybody is on the office, so it doesn't matter or in the street. Also, if you talk with the people is talking about things which they didn't experience. All information, all information they are talking about, but it's not really true things. So because you are not there, anything happened, and you are not there, and why they can talk like if you are there. So, but many people is talking like this.
I'm sure.
Yeah, instead that, so why not to experience our own stuff and talk about this? And this is really so honestly to the people, and then we can begin to communicate better because people is using so okay reading good books is really good things, and watching the really good movies is also good things. This is the bad kind of essence like food, but product yourself is you must make with yourself because it's your own life. So
Hmm.
you have a responsibility for your own life, but you don't have a responsibility for another people's life because it's their and her uh, stuff. So so it's quite simple things. But I don't say you should be egoism or something like that because social without another people do not exist. So you are not alone. So that's why communication is very important. So why not communication begin from things which you experience and you can talk to the people honestly, and then there is a trust.
Hmm.
So trust is the most important thing in so social life. If you cannot believe anybody, how we can live? So the trust is coming from communication. Without communication, it's not happens. So everything that start from communication, and it's so interesting. Is God created in the Bible? God created first is word. Word is coming. So that is a communication and knowledge and experience and things which another animals don't have. Only human beings having this one. So but we we are already forgetting to communicate because people go to much social medias, and so having 400 friends, 500 friends, they never see. So why just go to the pub or somewhere? So if we have time and talk together with a real person, that is for me communication real. So and
That's
the,
that's really good.
our music is also like this. So tomorrow we play different. Tomorrow you are on the phone, you talk another stories to your friend on the phone, you know.
Hmm.
So we make another things, and if tomorrow weather is different, or place is also different, or maybe your condition is good or not, is also everything is connecting together. So that's why so it's easy to think about very simple as possible. That is the beginning of the communication. It's an easy thing. Everybody can begin without paying any money.
Hmm.
Just
It's true.
also this is good things. And sometimes you are talking with the people, and if they are talking really so beautiful stories or something, then you are happy with this positive energy, and that brings the people more, and you can talk to the next person you meet, and your own stories which happened, you know. So
Hmm.
but not from newspaper or TV or things is that. So I think especially so TV is more different dangerous than newspaper because newspaper you don't have to buy if you know, but TVs there is always the programs. So 18 o'clock now there's news, and then 18:15 weather report or something like that, or everything is already programmed. That
Hmm.
means you are forced to watch at this. So part of your time is captured from another power. So that is not really good. So you must have many as possible your time.
Hmm. Yeah,
That is
I believe that for sure because social media and everything that's going on these days, we're lacking personal communication, personal interaction, and I think that people are getting away from it, and it's so important to be able to communicate and be able to, like you said, feel, touch, see something. Your
yes,
friends on
yeah.
Facebook are not, you can't
Mm.
touch them, you can't smell them. They're not
Yeah.
real per
I,
se.
I mean that's the things I like with Skype
Hmm.
because actually I don't like telephones. I really don't like to talk to the people who is quite far because
Yeah.
it's not natural.
Right.
But Skype is also not natural. But Skype, at least I can see your face. So
Yeah.
if I cannot communicate with if I cannot see the face, so maybe I'm too old and stuff, But I used to touch people, or so quite now. And
Yeah.
yeah, so that's why my concert, I'm always in a merchandising table and talk to the people. So because this is the part of my concert without music is already a concert part of, so because I think so music is communication. Communication is already somebody enters the place,
Mm-hmm.
door opens, then special kind of atmosphere, and so it's already communication. If he speak or not, it doesn't matter. It's communication already there because there is air. So air brings between the peoples and vibration, the kind of stuff. You cannot see it, but there exists this kind of thing. So, and we can create this kind of stuff really so positive way and get energy together. And after the concert, if people is a smile with a big smile on the face, then
Mm-hmm.
I'm really happy, and the musicians is happy. Also, audience is really happy because they had a good time together, all people in this space. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm doing this. And if you taste this, and then if you especially doing this one for quite a long time,
Yeah.
so it's kind of good food. If you eat good food, you cannot eat bad food anymore.
Mm-hmm. You're right. If you eat good food, you can't eat bad food anymore.
No, 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 no. That's the thing. So
Yeah.
I don't say so much more deep than that.
Right, right, but it
I
makes
get
sense. I just had to repeat it
yeah,
because I was like, oh, that makes sense.
yeah,
And it's cool. I mean, I like the idea that you like people. That's mainly why you're doing this, is because you like people, you like the interaction. I'm the same way. I just love talking to people, and I think that that's why I've started interviewing and doing this type of thing. And getting to talk to you, somebody who's been in this music scene for a long time, and knowing that it's just as fulfilling all these years to keep doing it. Makes people like me and people my age go, all right, let's keep going.
yeah. So it's really nice because sometimes I get some mail from really young people, 16 years old or something like that. So,
Oh,
and yeah, so you play in this city, but I cannot get in. I'm 16 years old.
oh,
So
right.
mainly, yeah, and yeah, can you maybe do you have
Oh,
any idea that I can get inside or something like that? So and then I say, yeah, maybe. So we're going to find some solution.
yeah.
Because it is quite a pity. So musical fun it doesn't matter. So 7 years old, 60 was 60, 120 years old. It doesn't matter. Music fun is music fun. So there is no nothing to you cannot get inside or something because they like to hear music. So
Right. It
it's
doesn't matter what age.
yeah. It's only depend on if they have alcohol in the venue or something like this.
Yeah. And you've collaborated with people from, 7 years old or 18 years old and all the way up to, 70 or 80 years old. Why do you like working with younger people?
Yes, so because I'm old, that's why. I like to have the just opposite. So many crazy people is like this, one extreme to another extreme, and it makes much more so good feeling because many people in my age is so every year they are losing many friends slowly.
Mm-hmm.
But I have many young friends, so my friend is getting more and more with my ages.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad thing. So
But you learn a lot too, collaborating with younger people. You've said in other interviews that, they have their minds are open. They're willing to change how they believe or think about music or anything. Whereas sometimes older people are kind of set in their ways and don't want to
mm.
kind of, open up their minds.
I think so. Many people has already answer.
There you go.
Yeah, if you have an answer, then you are not flexible.
Yeah, you don't like that. You don't like a definite answer or a product. You'd rather have the in between where you're kind of figuring it out. What else is to explore, right?
So I'm actually a natural born traveler.
Okay.
I don't like to have any answers.
Yeah.
So if you don't have an answer, so you can go anywhere. So it doesn't matter. So people who has the answer is mainly having too much information, and information kills you if you are a creative person. So if you don't have information, you can make so many things. So every door is open. You can go just everywhere. So it's really free. So if you are a free person, you could be a really good creative activity. Things like this, you can get it much more.
That makes a lot of sense. It's true. Too much information makes you not want to be creative.
Yeah, it's the same like also food. So if you think, oh, this is good food, and so you eat and you don't stop, then you are tired to eat. But it's tired to eat is okay, but you are going to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's not really good. So you are not more so really living and following your way or path, and that is not things for I'm wishing people.
That's really cool. That's a great way to put it. Because we've all been there where we eat a little too much and then you go to sleep. You're not productive anymore. You can't be productive because you ate too much or but so if you have too much information, it stifles that creativity.
Yeah. It's impossible too. So I mean spiritual too, but the physical too. If we are physical, so getting enough. Also, you cannot move so really quickly and so things.
Right. You're almost you're kind of deflecting what your goal is. Well, I'm really excited to see you here in May. You got 2 shows over at Constellation here in Chicago, which is a really cool venue. It's very intimate. I think you're going to like it. And I know you don't like to know much about the band, but I could say the band will be very good and you will like them.
Yeah. That's good.
That's all.
But always, I performed in Chicago, so not many times, maybe 3 or 4 times I performed there, but quite good supporters for music.
Nice.
Good
Yeah,
people.
you'll like it for sure. I'm excited. It's been about 10 years since you've been here, right?
Yeah, 10 years, so more than 10 years. So last time maybe 2008 or something like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's 2 shows. It's May 4th and May 5th here in Chicago, 8:30 p.m. Tickets are still available. And I can't wait to see what you guys do and maybe get to chat afterwards and shake your hand and get that personal interaction.
Yeah. Sure. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, so I have some friends in Chicago, and so it's really nice to go. That I have 2 days there, so it's really nice. Other places I stay for only 1 day. So all together, something like more than 20 concerts.
Really?
So,
20?
Yeah. I think more than 20, but I don't know exactly count of, but it's begin from Seattle and end up Baltimore, I think.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, it's really coast to coast tour.
It'll be really fun. It'll be nice, and I hope everything goes smoothly through customs and no problems. Because I know you had an issue last time. You don't want to deal with that.
You know it already.
Somebody mentioned, they said they saw you in Chicago and you were doing your improv, and you mentioned, I don't know when I'll come back. So we're happy that you're coming back.
That's nice. Nice to hear.
Welcome you with open arms.
Yeah, that's good. So
Awesome.
anyway, in Chicago, is so many family comes from Germany. So this area.
True.
Yeah, quite a lot. Yeah, quite a lot of.
And you've been in Germany how long? How many years?
It's I think more than enough. So I'm thinking to move out somewhere. So
Yeah.
I think anything like 45 years.
Wow. And you never wanted to leave, right?
Yes, I'm thinking to move.
It's hard.
But
it's hard to leave when
yes. Yeah, but where?
Yeah. It's a big world. There's so much out there. It's like, I don't know where. You don't want to go back to Japan?
No. That's the sure. That's sure. I don't go back to Japan because if I go back to Japan, so I think I cannot really get into their life.
Yeah.
So for me, the one thing is not really good because they have loyal families. I don't like this kind of stuff, kings and queens and Caesar and
Oh,
also.
right.
And also Buddhism I really don't like. And also they have execution, USA too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not really good. Yes, and things like that. Also, Japan is an island, so
Hmm.
I cannot live in island. It's quite far for me. It's not
Yeah.
so. I used to live in a continent, so it's small Europe, old Europe, but I feel good because so only half hour drive, so I can go to Belgium and also Holland is in a half an hour. So it's
Right.
everything is quite near and speaking different languages and different culture and different food and different art. So it's a really good space. So everything's in here.
That's wonderful. And when you came to Germany, that was like what, 68, 69, something like that?
So first time I went to Sweden, it was
Okay.
68, but in German is I think 70. I think 70. So it's
Okay.
not first time, but
And that's when your buddies in Cannes found you, huh?
yeah. It
On
was
the
in
street,
April.
being a hippie on the street.
Oh yeah. Not being a hippie. I was a hippie, but not being a hippie.
You're right.
It's a totally different. Being a hippie is somebody not a hippie, but like to be hippie or something like that. It's quite artificial.
Yeah,
So I was a hippie,
totally.
but
You were
no, no,
a real hippie.
no, real hippie, but standing so in my house made in Japan. So, but it doesn't matter.
And they just and the legend is true. The guys from Cannes just kind of found you on the street and said, "We want you as our front man," or
Yeah. So it's so things like this happened, and it's almost like my life is always like this. So by accident things happen. So I really like it. I don't like to plan anything.
yeah,
So if it's by accident happens because you are not expected this one, then you are much more also interested. Bad things happens or good things happen, but it doesn't matter. So at the moment you can have a very intense time. So
yeah.
that's the thing I like, the kind of adventure, small.
Right. You said I've heard you say in interviews like step by step or follow your feet.
Yeah.
Very intuitive, not planned, but more see what happens.
And yes, sure. And if you are very slow, and so just to see what happens, you have much more wide perspective for everything
Yeah.
because you can take so many time for many things, and this is good. You can learn many things every day. So and everywhere you see is so totally things you can find many fantastic story or something or fantastic idea for painting or something like that. There is many things you can get inspired from.
Hmm.
It just depends on how you move, So if you are slow, it's better. Everything slow is better. Slow food is much more healthy than fast food. So
Mm,
and
you're
and
right. Slow,
yeah.
you take it in, and you can actually enjoy things instead of just going.
Yes, and if you are slow, you are not so much aggressive because you don't react emotionally.
Mm,
So,
that's a
so
good
you
tip.
can control yourself better. No. I mean, I don't give you any tips, but
No, but I mean, for me, I'm just thinking about myself, and I'm like, that's actually a good way to, I'm trying to separate the emotional from, the mind, and sometimes you won't be so emotional if you take things more slow.
yeah. And also, it's important to know so where to forget and where to separate it. So many people is working, and if they go to home or they meet somebody in a pub, they always talking about work.
Mm,
But it's your private life. I think you should speak from the work. Okay, it's not American or European people. It's not like that, maybe, but the Japanese people is like this. Japanese people is always talking about work
About
at
work.
private time too, So it's really so killing you because it's horrible because work itself is not that much important. It's not supporting your life with really fancy money. Okay, fancy money is normal. Maybe you're paying so with a credit card. So, but still. So just things like that, but it don't bring your life so really good. So as long as so it's called work. But if you don't think you are not working and you are doing something which you have interest and you love it, then it's not work. It's working, but it's not work. That is a good thing. So I hope so many people get this kind of work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
there's
you
more
don't
to
talk
life
about
than work.
this. Yeah.
More to life than work, and if you love something and you really want to do it, it's better, and then you could talk about it and not feel like you're wasting time. Well, thank you so much, Damo. It's been such a great interview, and I'm so happy that we got a chance to talk.
Yeah. So maybe see us in Chicago.
Yes, I will definitely see you in Chicago. I'll be there, and we're looking forward to it. May 4th and May 5th at Constellation. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I hope you have a great
Thank you.
evening, and
Yeah.
we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, sorry for the bad thing at the beginning. So I'm not really keen on the technical thing. So as I said, I'm from old planet, and I'm not fitting together. So you can find a robot like me in trash bin. So
You did great. We did well together using the technology because I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it either. So it
yeah,
worked. Good.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad.
Then have a nice day. So you have still day. So
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep. So almost. So that's
Yeah.
just
You're 7 hours ahead there in Cologne.
yeah.
Well, thank you so
That's
much.
me.
Thank you for fitting us in. It's super nice. And yeah, like I said, we'll see you at the shows, and hopefully you get some time to kind of hang out in
Yeah.
Chicago and enjoy some of the food and the culture and the people.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Good.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you very much. Good night. Have a great night. Thank you,
Bye
Damo. Bye.
bye.
Bye bye.